A pair of 3-0 teams set to lock horns for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the double. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, get over. Right there.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Gets this to Isabella on the jet sweep. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Rush in. Rush in. Switch. Check 3, check 3.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Good. Watch the safety creep.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break.
This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he's got it. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. To Johnson again. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now Rashad Penny, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Chandler Jones, one of the best athletes to ever come out of Rochester, New York, in for the sack. Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. So now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another first and 10.
Let's go, D. He's checking. Crash.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Get that ball. Big Ed. Check. What? Go. Run it.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. This is Johnson. He's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Murray now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk. His 2nd touchdown on the season. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now it's Bird on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
jet sweep. Here's Fitzgerald. And he gets it down to the 32.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Completes it to Fitzgerald. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Throw caught here by Bird. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
That's how you score.
Larry Fitzgerald, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, and then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. He's coming. Double up, double up. What? Double up. Check 52. Kill. No, go. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Ready.
Here's Murray. Flush to his right. He'll run it. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
57.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
Apparently, they're not satisfied. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Larry Fitzgerald in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Hassan Reddick coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Again, it's Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball. Ball into the end zone. You throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and the pressure gets to him again. Chandler Jones able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And down he'll go at the 25. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. To throw is Wilson. Completes it to Dixon. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Murray now, 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Murray from midfield. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's got this down to the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Quick strike here, Murray to Fitzgerald. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now Johnson. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And he's got Fitzgerald. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. Murray now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And they'll run it again with Penny. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain there of 30 big ones. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 25. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson, there goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Seahawks on third down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. Johnson on its poke 3. Football's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Here's Wilson to throw. Gets it to Gordon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Now it's Penny, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
From the gun, it's Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here's Johnson, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Murray now to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After the interception, here's Wilson. Under a heavy rush. rush, and down he goes. That was the corner. Robert Alford with a sack. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
It's complete, and he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they go with the pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Me and you all day. All day.
They'll run on first down. Johnson, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout.